Alfonso for the generous and kind introduction. He is correct. I have been an active Democrat in Arlington since I moved here, but prior to that, I started working in campaigns when I was about 13 years old, so I've been doing it for a very, very long time. And I love politics and I love Arlington. It's been such a privilege and an honor for me to have the opportunity to serve as the sheriff here in Arlington for the last 14 plus years. I came to you all 14 plus years ago asking for the support of the Democratic Party of Arlington, and you graciously all jumped in and supported me and helped me in my first election and have helped me in every election since that time. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody here that's an active part of this committee and our community, because you really do help make a difference in Arlington, and I really value and appreciate all your support. While my husband is sitting home, I'm sure by a fire with our two kids, I did want to acknowledge them. They've been huge supporters and stood by me. You know, when my kids were 3 and 6 years old when I became sheriff. They're now 20 and 17. So, and they both get to vote in November. So I'm very excited about that. So at any rate, I just want to acknowledge their support. Since I've been the sheriff, one of the things that I've always felt about this job was that I have a partnership with the men and women that work in the Arlington County Sheriff's Office. And I am blessed to have incredibly wonderful, dedicated employees to work with every single day. And so while I get to be the face of the Sheriff's Office, they really are the people that do the day in and day out work for the community, and I just want to acknowledge and thank them for everything that they do to make the Sheriff's Office such a great place to work, and for really being a good part of our community. A couple things that I want to just highlight about what's been going on in the Sheriff's Office over the last 14 years. We continue to run what I believe to be one of the best jails in the Commonwealth of Virginia and in the country. We run a direct supervision jail where we offer a wide variety of programs and opportunities for those individuals incarcerated so that they can hopefully leave the jail and be productive members of our community and our society, because most everybody in our jail is going to come back into our community, and they are going to be people that we all interact with. Some of the ways we've been doing that is with our Addictions, Corrections, and Treatment Unit program, which is an intensified substance abuse program. We graduate somewhere around 40 to 50 inmates a year with their GED, and our partnership with adult education, which I think is tremendous. In addition to we work with our food service vendor, Aramark, to ensure that inmates that work in detention can get ServSafe certifications so they can leave jail and go out and work in various businesses in our community. And as I'm told by some of our friends, like Ford out here who runs a food service business, that's a great thing for people to have when they come in to try to get a job working in small businesses and kitchens all across the region. And in addition to that, you know, we do, as I said, a lot of other programs. Some other things that we've accomplished is we continue to work with our public safety partners in our community to ensure we have a safe and secure community. While that sounds simple, it's actually in some respects very unique. I can tell you there are many places, not just in Virginia, but across the nation, the sheriffs and police chiefs butt heads. Young Scott and I get along exceptionally well with our chief. We work in partnership to make this community a safe place to live and work. I've participated, as Theo has, as stakeholders to get our drug court up and running in Arlington, and it's now been in place for about a year now and doing well, and we're seeing successes come out of that program. In addition, the Prison Rape Elimination Act came into play this past year. We just had a flawless accreditation, which was very exciting, for the first time being accredited for Prison Rape Elimination Act, as well as getting reaccredited from the American Correctional Association, Virginia Department of Corrections. So those are some of the things that we've been doing to ensure that we're running a good organization. In addition to that, I've worked with the Human Resource Department in Arlington and the police and fire departments so that we could come up with a new public safety pay scale, which we didn't have in Arlington. That's huge. In addition to that, it created a better path for our employees to be able to be promoted. I'm very excited about that for staff and better pay, so that's a really promising thing that we've just accomplished. And we're currently in the process of doing the staffing analysis of the Sheriff's Office to ensure we have the resources we need to do our job and to carry out the mission of the Sheriff's Office. We continue to work to green the jail. That's something that I take a lot of pride in. We compost in the jail. We started this about 5 years ago, and we currently compost somewhere around 4 to 5 tons a month of waste and trash that can be composted and returned to our earth to help save the environment. We are Energy Star certified in both buildings, the courthouse and the jail, which I'm very excited about. My staff continues to provide some community service by collecting food every year. We collect about 4,000 pounds of food that we donate to Arlington Food Assistance over the holiday season. And we also are very actively involved in law enforcement, Special Olympics, participating in a lot of events and raising money for that cause. But having said all that, where do we go from here? Well, first and foremost, running the jail, court security, and service of civil process in a timely manner will always be a primary focus in the Sheriff's Office. Those are the things that we strive to make sure we do very well. But we also have some great opportunities and some challenges that lay ahead. As I mentioned, the staffing analysis, when that's completed, we're going to take a deep breath and take a good stock of what we're doing in the organization and making sure that things that we've been doing for a long time are still effective and they still work to help make sure that we're preparing our inmates to return to the community. So that's one big, huge thing we have on our plate. Another huge thing I have on my plate, as many other public safety departments in Arlington have, I have a lot of people that are getting ready to retire in the next 3 to 6 months to 3 years that are in my senior command staff. It's a lot of seniority, that's a lot of history of the organization, and so we're going to be seeing a lot of change. I look forward to the many opportunities that will be given to a lot of staff, but I also, get a little anxious, worried about, all that historical knowledge being gone.